go when you feel lost? Do you look inward? Towards others? Do the distractions draw you closer? Where do your feet stand? Do you feel lifted off the ground, floating aimlessly? Can you even feel your own body? Every time I feel lost, I find I lose connection to my body as well. The numbness can feel like a high at first, and then the high disappears and there's nothing. We can find ourselves here, affected by the world, our circumstances, heartbreak, natural disaster. But what do we do with that once we become conscious of it again? The answer for me is finding my community when I need it in that moment. Knowing I have people in my life who lift me up when I fall, assuring myself I'm not a burden upon them. It's not easy, but it's harder fending for yourself. We give so much to those we love, we forget that we are worthy of receiving the love back. And it is love, whether it's through a simple call, sharing books, offering a hot meal, or a place to stay. The other answer for me is nature. All aspects of nature have become so heavily intertwined in my life that when I find myself out of it for too long, I get irritable. I've thought life's frustrations have come from not being able to go inside during this time evacuated, and while that may be true some days, I feel like it has more to do with the agency of taking up space. Living out of my car on the coast provides a lot that I need in the day-to-day, but limits the space I can take up. So even though I'm constantly in nature, it feels different. Going out on hikes, reclaiming space to myself at a campsite, or just spending a whole day on an empty beach helps me even these feelings out. Adapting in this time in my life has taught me a lot about myself. I've spent a lot of time alone wondering how I can meet new people and make new connections in my life outside of work. All I know is that there's always an answer. It may not come when you need it. You may have known the answer all along and just forgotten. I try to practice patience with myself and others every day. I try to be kind to myself as often as possible. And some days I fail miserably, and others I succeed. I've spent a lot of time driving, especially driving alone. If you know an outdoorsy person in the West, they might say the same. There's so much beauty to see, and the destination is only one small part of the journey. I've seen a shift in myself. I don't find myself gripping the wheel, weaving through traffic efficiently, or just teetering below 80 miles an hour on the highway anymore. There's so much to see between home and terminus. I think making videos this past year has helped me see that. I want to share experience, connect with those I don't see every day, or have never met for that matter. I could turn the camera to face me and blab into it indefinitely, but I also want to capture the views I see and the excitement I feel still and share it with all of you. But it can be different when the view you want to share is practically inaccessible to record from the road. Regardless, I've been tapping into a sense of freedom now more than ever. I find myself taking the turn down a road I did not originally plan exploring. There's always time, and always something new to discover on the way. I'm excited to find out what these new paths have to offer, who I'll meet, and what kind of person I'll become. When I feel lost with nowhere to go, I look in and find home where I've made it.